Greetings. Welcome to week number 2. We are continuing our saga and our journey in the Introduction to Literature honors class. And this week we are going all the way back to ancient Greece. So we are going to cover, excuse me, a lot of historical ground. And this week and for the next few weeks, we're going to be focusing not on American government, but on other literary representations of government, especially with the Greek stuff, sort of some of the foundational background for our U.S. government. So this week, you're going to be focusing on some nonfiction readings that will help you understand some of the ways that democracy came into being, with some selections from Plato's Republic, as well as some information about just ancient Greek government. So let's go ahead and take a look at the course. We'll start with the syllabus just to kind of orient ourselves. I've got the syllabus open in a separate tab, so let me find that. There you go. All right, so as I mentioned, we're in week 2. By now, you have scoured the syllabus to complete your syllabus quiz for your first graded assignment, along with the Getting to Know You discussion board. And this week, we are going to get into our first video discussion board. So we're going to be using Flip 4 times throughout the semester. Each time you'll have a week to do your own response, and then you'll have another week to do responses to others. Now, I'm also going to go ahead and introduce you to your groups, because you're going to be starting with the group project in week 3. So if you guys wanted to go ahead and start contacting each other and stuff, we'll go over that a little bit. But mostly what we're going to focus on this week will be the selections from Plato's Republic and an article from the Ancient History Encyclopedia on ancient Greek government. So let's take a look at the modules. And there's some additional information in here for you, some other things to learn. In each of the weeks, I will be giving you some additional things, mostly videos, but occasionally some extra articles and things like that to read. So we'll go ahead and look at the learning materials and activities. You are going to be reading, as I mentioned, the Plato's Republic, the Ancient History Encyclopedia article, and ancient Greece and the U.S. government. We're going to be thinking about those connections. So the first 2 selections are both in our LibGuide. And so I've provided you a link here that will take you directly to the ancient roots section. And I don't know that I went through the LibGuide with you in the week 1 video. So I am going to go ahead and open that and let you see what we're dealing with here. You can save this whole link to the LibGuide. So this is our home screen. This is what, if you just go to the library's subject guides and you go directly to our class, this is what it will look like. So this is essentially your textbook for LIT 2000 honors. So if you scroll down, you'll notice that on the home page, there's a lot of information about research, where to go for help for research. Our designated librarian is Miss Rackley, and you can reach out to her anytime. She is not currently online. I am recording this video at a weird hour anyway, so I don't think anybody will be online. But I would point out that there is a chat that you can use when the library is open. You can also use the Ask Us button to reach out for help directly from the library or the Learning Center. But at any rate, if you have not already done so, please do kind of stroll through the whole LibGuide just to kind of see where we are oriented. There are some tools to help you throughout the term, including, of course, which are the best literature databases. We've also got a link to Grammarly, how to find the best sources, types of sources, key essay words. We are going to be using APA instead of MLA for this class, mostly because it's good to get practice with it. And then we have the actual readings for the modules. I'm pretty sure most of you found this when you were doing your startup scavenger hunt, but just as a reminder, we've got module 1 is our ancient and not as ancient roots. We've got early America and American Romanticism, which go together in module 2. Module 3 is our civility module. And then finally, we're going to have some fun at the end of the term with hip hop history. So all of the readings, though, for the first module are in the ancient and not as ancient roots section. So for this week, you really just need to concentrate on Plato's Republic and the Ancient History Encyclopedia. And then we're going to move from Greece to England next week. And so you'll have these additional sources. You've got the British Bill of Rights, and you've got William Shakespeare's Midsummer Night's Dream, which is going to be the focus for your group presentations. So this week, you don't have to worry too much about the groups, but if you wanted to go ahead and be thinking about Midsummer Night's Dream and getting together with your groups, I will show you who is in your group before we exit. Okay, so in addition to the readings in the LIP guide, I've got a few videos for you that will help you, especially this last one will help you get ready to use Flipgrid. It's no longer called Flipgrid, it's called Flip, but I'm sure that if you've ever used it before, Flipgrid is what you're used to. And probably most of your instructors will continue to call it Flipgrid because, of course, change is hard. But this video will help you figure out how to navigate in Flip. It's not hard. And I purposely didn't put it in the first week of the semester because last spring, the first week of spring semester, Flip lost its mind. We suspect just because there were too many people trying to use it. So hopefully, knock on wood, it'll be fine. So when you are ready, you've read all the videos, you've watched all the videos, you've read the materials. When you're ready to post your first Flip discussion, you go ahead and click next. And this is the link to that. It is due at the end of week 2, your response, but you can have until the end of week 3 to respond to others if you need it. You don't have to, you can respond during the same week. But I hate setting a deadline and then having to try to get everybody done by Sunday. It just never works out. So if you click on it, it will open up the thoughts that you need to arrange before you post your video to Flip. So in each of these Flip discussions, it is a longer discussion. Now you only have 2 minutes on Flip. So you really want to get your thoughts together and kind of have some notes ahead of time. I would not suggest writing out everything you want to say, because of course then it ends up, we kind of read from it. But you definitely want to have some thoughts put together. So let me go through this one with you. Welcome to this week's discussion. We've been delving into the world of ancient Greek governance through our reading selections from Plato's Republic and exploring the ancient Greek government from the encyclopedia. These two sources offer insights into both ideal and real world systems of governance in ancient Greece. Consider one or more of the following questions as you engage in our discussion. And I would try to focus in on one simply because you only have 2 minutes. And the more detailed you are about a single item, the better. So, but you can choose more than one if you want to. So I'm not going to read these out loud to you. You can read them, but do make sure that you are utilizing at least one of these to guide your talk. Think of it the same way you would if you had to write it out for a discussion board, but we're just going to be speaking it. So these are 50-point assignments, so they are pretty major. I don't know what's happening. Let me leave the student view. Okay, I'm hoping that it's only because I'm not really signed in as a student. but this is what it will look like. That's worrying me. Somebody early in the week, if you would go into this assignment and if there is a problem seeing it, let me know. But when you get the flip discussion, all you have to do is click on record and it will put your recording right here next to mine. I really hope this is not messed up, but let me know if it is. The only bad thing about Canvas is that when we're in as students, it doesn't always give you access to all the stuff. And so it's really hard to know if everything is okay. So hopefully. Here is the scoring for the flip discussions. Like I said, they're worth 50 points. So they are pretty major. And I will use the responses to others to supplement grades as needed. There's not a place for it on the rubric, but if you are doing good responses to others throughout the term, that will benefit your overall grade. Okay, so that's what's on tap for week 2. Like I said, I will show you. Let me go back to the student view so it really does look like what you're seeing. If you click on people, you can click on groups, and it will show you which group in Shakespeare you're in. I also have this displayed on another page in week 3, but if you wanted to preview who you were with, you can also reach out to your groups using collaborations, but we'll talk more about what to do with each other in week 3. You can look ahead though, it's already published. So if you want to take a look ahead, you can. In the meantime, don't forget, if you have any questions, make sure you hit up the inbox, or you can always use the Q&A discussion board as well. All right, I hope everybody has a great week 2, and do not hesitate to reach out if you need some help. Bye, everybody.